Hello, my name is Tyler Smith, and this is Should Artists Be Paid More Fairly? We live in a society where art and music decorate both our walls and our time. We consume art every time we scroll a media page, which no doubt uses music and the graphics to keep us engaged. And the companies that use these advertising techniques make money hand over foot, while the artist, unless very successful, make less than minimum wage for their efforts oftentimes. When I'm not at school or a job that pays my everyday bills, I'm working as a musician and have spent the last 20 years of my life composing my own music and trying to build a career in a very competitive and oftentimes not very lucrative space, YouTube. As a user of social media, we have responsibilities to like and subscribe to the main artist page so that we can be paid for our work just as any other industry demands, and so that we may continue to create the art that resonates with us as individuals, but you as well. Maybe art or music isn't your thing, but whether you know it or not, it's the very thing we consume all day, every day, and it's expected at such an incredible speed that it is hard to keep up with the trends, especially when most artists work a regular job to sustain their living. Now let's take a look at some data that shows media company profits versus the artists that give them the things that make their pages successful. Is Spotify an ethical platform to use? If we take a look at articles, Cesario B, 2021, May 7th, musicians say streaming doesn't pay. Can the industry change? We see that Spotify has 356 million users, including 158 million paid subscribers. Spotify paid more than $5 billion to music right holders in 2020. You'd think that type of profit would make its way into the hands of artists, but unless you are a major star, you get close to nothing. Now, most don't know that this money is collected from subscriptions or ads for a given month, that goes into a pot, which is then divided by the total number of streams. So let's say if Drake had 10% of streams that month, he and the companies that handle his music get 10% of each user's money, even if someone hasn't even listened to them. Estimates show Spotify's spend and payout rate to be about $4,000 per million streams, or less than half a cent per stream, and Apple Music at only a cent per stream, or $8,000 per million streams. Luckily for us, there's something we can do about it. If there's an artist that isn't mainstream that you really enjoy, follow their page. Support them directly by buying their music, not streaming it. And if you don't have money to help, share their work with your friends and family so that their page gets picked up by algorithms that pushes them further. Now, if we look at GSG 2002, March 1, streaming hardly ever gets artists paid. Here's how to support musicians you love. We're giving many avenues on how to support the ones that we love listening to. Buying merchandise or becoming a patron and giving exclusive content for helping them directly, such as videos or pre-releases. Go support local music in your area. It not only supports the artist, but gives the individual a memorable experience. When scrolling, watch the whole thing. And if it made you feel anything, like it. So many people flick away without ever telling the algorithm not to push it any further, allowing only viral videos to generate any type of following. Now, when you bolster that type of creativity, something is lost because people are trying to pick up the algorithm rather than genuinely create. With projection of annual growth at 12% by 2030, it is clear streaming services aren't going away anytime soon. My visualization, unfortunately, is bleak on this matter. We live in a society that has always faced a small group of hyper talents and gravitated away from the more niche, experimental type of music that is redefining and pushing creativity farther than it has ever been. The streaming model leads to a copy-paste creative model trying to trick an algorithm rather than authentic expression. Now, I think these companies do a fantastic job making mainstream music accessible. With one click of an app, you have endless music at your fingertips. This type of convenience unfortunately appeals to the masses versus having to go to each and every single one of your artist pages, engage with them, and buy from their website. I think that many people aren't aware of the staggering gap in pay as well because of these companies' ability to brand themselves as young and hip and the place to be, showcasing the people who make all the money for them. So oftentimes people post their things for free for years with no payout. Here's my challenge to you. I challenge each and every one of you watching to advocate for the people who decorate your world and remind you of the best or worst times in your life with their creativity and help them the way that their music has helped you. I discussed the following things today: whether or not Spotify and other streaming platforms are operating ethically, and the way that we pay the artists that ultimately keep the lights on for these companies. We also discussed practical, real solutions that help our favorite artists directly. And although my visualization isn't one of positivity, I am excited to be able to advocate for something that means the absolute world to me. As a musician and a lover of music, I challenge every one of you listening to go and share your favorite song and comment why you enjoy it. Lastly, shameless plug, if you would like to support me in my musical journey, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tyler Smith Music. Thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your day.